All right, yeah, so let's get straight to it. How many of you like that 2K reverted damn near everything back from patch 2.0? They changed everything back in patch 2.1. I personally don't necessarily see it like that after a good amount of hours playing the game yesterday. I feel like NBA 2K created a good balance. I run the point guard position and I lost the ball quite a few times for attempting to escape into a defender. It was definitely a user error and I had to make the adjustment, but I felt like the adjustment was fair for both the ball handler and the defender. My only gripe with the changes had to do with on-ball steals. And I mentioned in yesterday's video that I don't even take advantage of tempo fading, and I don't. The clips that you saw in the video were definitely not 70% of the video. Y'all just exaggerated the hell out of that. Now I wanted to get into the community feedback. What are you guys feeling after so many changes in such a short amount of time? Are you team patch 2.0 or team patch 2.1? Sound off, share your thoughts in the comments. As I referenced this post from Koza, he said, I'm team patch 2.0 over 2.1 for the escape patch, not gonna lie. But I'm hoping there's a happy middle in the future. Just hate fake calm brain dead dribbling being rewarded. The game's definitely more fun now. It just sucks playing against somebody abusing the escape into someone over and over. If they soft buff fades again, I might have a mental breakdown live with face cam because I'm still fading from 3 now. And if they buff that, it's GG's. Now, as you guys know, the dialogue that was taking place between Swante and Joe Knows has a good portion of the community wondering how much influence Joe Knows has over 2K updates and development. And I would just like to very quickly share my opinion on it. I think the 2K dev team does look to Joe Knows and the Black Market team for help and advice on updates, what might need to be changed. But how much influence does Joe Knows and Black Market have over the updates, I'm uncertain of, but I doubt it's anything close to what we're thinking. Like, as if it's what they say goes. I don't think it's like that. Joe Knows ends up responding to that. I'll quickly reference this post from Badge Plug. He says, how do you guys feel about the new patch? We messing with the 2K26 Black Market edition with patch 2.1? Let's load up this clip from Joe Knows.
Joe doesn't have some magic button that Joe pushes the button and they do what he says. Just Joe has some influence because devs are in his stream and, you know, he gets invited to events and all that stuff. And I'd say that's fair. Like, I know I have influence. I'm not denying the fact that some of the things I say hold more weight than maybe person A, B, or C saying the same thing. And I own that. But when it gets swung so far in the other direction where it's like, anything you say goes, and if the game's good, it's on you. If the game sucks, it's on you. And it's like, hold on a second. Like, let's look at the patch. I play on a 6.8. I was using blur all year when not everybody, but majority of people were still using deep bomber because they want to shoot from half court. Like, why would I want blur to all of a sudden, like, be 70% less effective than it used to be? Like, why would I want all of a sudden the ball to just pop out of my hands every time I look at somebody? Why would I want a 6.8 to be moving in mud all of a sudden? Like, all these things that change with patch 2, if you actually watch me play, like, they go against a lot of the stuff that I enjoy doing on the game. And I'm not saying that makes it right or wrong, because the game should not be based around just the way I play. I've always said I want balance in builds, balance in play styles, because ultimately that's going to create much better content overall for the community.
Hopefully that helps clear up the idea for some of you guys who think it's really what Joe Knows says in regards to any gameplay updates. I will add this though, Mike Wang did say during their interview that he pretty much admires the way in which Joe Knows and Black Market play the game. And I don't think any 2K players can deny they are pretty dominant on the court. But because of all these changes in such a short amount of time, I'll quickly reference this post from Sid67. He says, why even patch the game at all, Mike Wang? You changed the game for us to get contests. It was great. Made people have to get open to shoot, only to change it right back immediately. And it's like you never changed anything at all. What was the point of doing it in the first place if you were just gonna cave 5 minutes after you did it? I'm curious to know how many of you guys feel the same way as Sis67. Sound off, share your thoughts in the comments. The fact is, Mike Wang going back and forth with these changes has a lot of players in the 2K community wondering, who is Mike Wang listening to? Who did he listen to create patch 2.0, and then who changed his mind to revert everything back in patch 2.1?
This is the perfect example of what's wrong with this community. What you guys are about to proceed and watch is a man absolutely f up his input not quick stop, fade and airball. And what he's gonna proceed to say is 2K. He's gonna proceed to say 2K and blame it on 2K, when in reality, it's because his old ass didn't quick stop or do anything when he tried to stop and shoot. He just doesn't understand the timing of the game. And it's like this who go online and complain or say 2K or what the game hold me. No, you suck.
No. Yeah, come on.
You have 130 3 ball.
Oh my God, 2K.
The fan just said that he has he has 133 ball. Now, to keep it a buck with you guys, this is what I'm noticing as well, because I'm enjoying NBA 2K26 tremendously. I didn't like the patch 2.0 update, and I'm glad they reverted a lot of it back and helped to create some more balance between the offense and defense. But my perspective on the game is completely different. I come from the era of 2K's heyday with 2K16, 17, 19, and 20. Some of the best 2Ks, hands down, voted by consensus from the 2K community as the best 2Ks in 2K history. And I look back on those games fondly and often wish for us to go back to that type of gameplay style. It was a more arcade type of explosive, fast-paced gameplay in comparison to the versions of 2K that we have received on next-gen consoles up until 2K26. From 21 to 25, I felt like they were way more slow-paced and way more sim-based. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Here we are in 2K26, and I'm enjoying it tremendously. But I've noticed that me simply enjoying the game is getting a lot of you guys upset. I've been complaining about 2K's gameplay for the last 5 years. I didn't like the direction they were taking gameplay. And here we are in NBA 2K26 and not one complaint about gameplay, because it's more in line with the type of gameplay that I enjoy, different perspectives. And what I'm basically getting at is that how is Mike Wang and the 2K dev team to make sense of all these different perspectives with heightened emotions behind the perspective as well? And that helps me segue into this post from Dimework. He says the line is too blurred between MFers who actually want what's best for the game and clowns who just want to limit what players are capable of in hopes that it helps their trash behind succeed more. Stringer Bell ends up responding to Dimework saying disagreement shouldn't have someone categorized as a clown. There are valid points on whatever side you fall on. Personally, I don't think defense is rewarded when a player is in great position. We all adhere to the laws of physics daily, but when we play a game based on physics, we abandon those same laws. It's just not logical. Dimework responds back saying it's not disagreeing that makes one the clown. It's when they choose to ignore those opposing valid points in an attempt to push the narrative they feel benefits their experience. The discussion ends up becoming disingenuous. And this is how grown folks handle disputes and disagreements. Salute to them boys. Chalk ended up sharing this post saying the issue isn't the fades got patched. The issue is that 2K patched fades while making dribbling slower. And this is with patch 2.0, making dribbling slower, killing the defensive skill gap, slowing the entire game speed down, and buffing rhythm shooting. That's the problem. And here's another perspective from Splash saying they reverted 75% of the patch in 2 days flat. I just don't see how you can see positive results. You ain't even give dudes a chance to figure the ish out, whether positive or negative. I'm curious to know how many of you guys feel the same way. When I saw the gameplay after patch 2.0, I damn near did not even want to try and figure it out. Like I said in the video, I felt like I would have had to relearn NBA 2K26. Considering I'm a starter 5, I invested a ton of time into the game already. I didn't even feel like going through that process, so I spent the next 2 to 3 days off of NBA 2K26, and most certainly I guess the feedback got back to Mike Wang from a ton of different people disliking the change with 2.0, and they reverted everything back, allowing me to get back on the game last night and get back to the fun. I just want to cap off this video with this post from Power DF because he makes a valid point. He says, my unpopular opinion on 2K26 patches is that we should almost never revert anything. You made the update because there was feedback that something was wrong. If the fix is not perfect, you don't roll it back, you adjust it, you refine it, and you find the right balance. The obsession with extreme choices is the real issue. And as I feel very similar to Power DF, the change should have never been made in the first place without a good amount of consideration in the amount of adjustment that was actually needed. And this is why I said in my most recent video that extreme change was just illogical. It didn't make any sense. But as always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this stuff. Sound off, share them in the comment section below. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub on your way out. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.